I don't know about you guys, but when I first woke up from the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, right? When I did my research and I realized that I was duped, the first words that came to my mind was, what the fuck? How the fuck did I get lost in this shit? How did I not know that I was in a cult my entire life? How? That was the first thought that came to my mind was, how did I get duped, right? So, I was a born witness. I became inactive on 2 different occasions. The first time I was, 18, 19 when I became inactive. And the second time I was in my mid to late 20s, right? But I was inactive twice. And even when I was inactive, I still believed that this was the truth. I still believed in it, right? Oh, boy. But it's like when you wake up, you do your research, and you realize that your entire life, everything that you ever known since birth was a fucking lie, right? When you wake up from the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, or any cult, there's other cults like Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, there's other cults out there, but I'm talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. When you wake up from this particular cult, you say to yourself, how did I get lost in the sauce? How did I get trapped in this? How was I brainwashed for so long? It's like now I'm not just awake. I'm not just woke, but I'm wide awake. I'm super woke, I guess you can say. Super woke. And I look at Jehovah's Witnesses and I feel bad for them because they are still lost. They're still lost. They're still trapped. They're still serving these men, right? And I still follow a few JWs, right? I still follow a few JWs. I still follow, see their posts, and they now have beards. You see minister servants, elders now with beards, and I want to say to them, it's like, you guys couldn't do this 6 months ago. 6 months ago, deep down, you would not be allowed to do that. You could deny it all you want, right? And they'll say, oh, it was never a scriptural thing. Just like the governing body leader said, what's his name? Stephen Lett. He said, oh, it was never a biblical thing, right? They knew this, but we all, ex-JWs and Jehovah's Witnesses, know. It was an unwritten rule. It was an unwritten rule. Facial hair was a big no-no. If I rocked up to the Kingdom Hall like this, with this facial hair, people would look at me like, oh, are you a study? And if I said I was a baptized publisher, they would be like, whoa, you're a baptized publisher with facial hair? With a beard, a goatee? Whoa, what's going on? But now it's A-okay. Now it's allowed. And I've been seeing a lot of pictures with brothers out in service, so-called JW brothers, with a full-blown Rick Ross, Drake facial hair, right? The whole beard, the whole nine. A beard that's thicker than my facial hair. And they're witnesses. And we all know that 6 months ago, that was a big no-no. You couldn't do that. You could not do that, right? But all of a sudden, we have these new rules, these new doctrines. And that's why this particular video is titled The Stupidity of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'm not trying to bash them, but it's quite dumb. We're in 2024 now. The information that I looked up online when I woke up, anyone could look up that information. And to have grown men, to have 8, 9 men in upstate New York tell millions of people, oh, don't listen to anybody but us. Don't listen to outsiders, only listen to us. Because we are God's chosen channel. We are God's chosen people, right? So only listen to us. And just a picture, you have millions of people. You have men and women in their 60s, their 50s, 60s, and 70s listening to these 9 men telling them, don't listen to anybody except for us. That's dumb. To me, that's dumb as fuck. Excuse my French, but that's dumb. To have grown adults listen to 9 men telling them we have the truth. We're not inspired by God, by the way, but we have the truth, and we are God's chosen channel. And they also say, listen to us. It's like listen to the voice of Jesus. Hold on. Any Jehovah's Witness with common sense. That's all it takes. It's common sense. Some critical thinking, right? If your governing body leaders say 2 things. One day, they say, listen to us. It's like listening to the voice of Jesus. And another day, they say, oh, we're not inspired by God. We don't directly communicate with God. We're not inspired by him. We just sit together as a group and share our thoughts collectively, and then we pray about it and make a decision. But we're not inspired by God. We don't hear God. He doesn't communicate with us directly. We're not inspired by him. One day they say, listen to us. It's like listening to the voice of Jesus. Another day they say, we're not inspired by God, but you're still obligated to obey us. That is a complete contradiction. And I said to myself, where's the common sense? Where's the common sense with these witnesses? And when I thought about it, the root of the problem, this is what it comes down to. The root of the problem, this is why Jehovah's Witnesses, they stay dumbfounded. It's because it is way, way easier to believe in a false hope for paradise earth. That's way easier to grasp, right? Than to focus on the fact that there might be nothing after this life, and that this life may be all that we have, right here and right now. But people don't want to dwell on that because they know that one day they're going to die. So they try to avoid the thought of death by all means, right? And that's why we have all these religions, all these cults coming up with things for the afterlife. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't believe in the afterlife, of course, right? They believe in a paradise earth, but they can't accept the fact that this life that we have right here, right now, this might be all that we have. Paradise may not never, ever come. And yet, they will devote their entire life to this man-made organization. And they have no solid proof that these men are God's spokesmen. It's all based on emotions. You ask a Jehovah's Witness, hey, how do you know that your leaders, these people telling you what to do, these people, in a sense, they control your entire life. They tell you who to talk to, who not to talk to. They tell you who you can marry, because you can't marry outside the religion, right? They dictate your entire life. Your entire life is dictated by them. Isn't that worth doing some additional research? And on top of that, you guys are supposed to die. You're supposed to not take any blood if you need it to save your life. You're supposed to die instead of taking life-saving blood. Shouldn't you be 1,000,000% sure? Shouldn't you be 1,000,000% certain that this is God's true channel on earth? If you're about to devote your entire life to this organization, right? Your entire life is towards this organization. You should be allowed to listen to anyone and everyone. You should be allowed to watch jw.org just as much as you're allowed to watch jwfacts.com. YouTube videos from XJW channels, Reddit. You guys should be allowed to make up your own conclusion. Because they always say, oh, make the truth your own. Right? They always say, make the truth your own. But the Jehovah's Witnesses, unwisely and stupidly, their so-called truth relies on these 8-9 men in upstate New York. These 8-9 men will say, we need you to jump. Jehovah's Witnesses will say, oh, how high? How high? You want me to do a cartwheel, a backflip? What else do you want me to do? They've been over and backwards for these 8, 9 men without even questioning them. The Jehovah's Witnesses, they throw all their eggs in one basket. This is the truth. We have the truth. And you ask them, how do you know you have the truth? How do you know 100% certain that this is the truth? How do you know 100% certain that these 8, 9 men in upstate New York, that they are God's channel? What solid proof do you have? And the Jehovah's Witness will say, oh, well, it feels like the truth. It sounds like the truth. Oh, they promised a paradise earth. It's right around the corner. I can see it. I can see it. It's right around the corner. Jehovah's Witnesses will throw all their eggs in one basket. They will convince themselves that this is the truth because it sounds so good. Living forever on a paradise earth. You don't have to worry about death. You can see your dead loved ones again. No more sickness, no more pain, no more suffering. It sounds good, right? It sounds good. But unfortunately, all those answers, that's based on emotion. Those are emotional answers. And that's how this organization grabs its members. Because they know that people are suffering. They know that people have lost their loved ones in death and they want to see them again. They know that people are struggling financially, economically, mentally, physically. They know that people are struggling in all these aspects in life. And people don't want to struggle no more. People don't want to suffer. And I get that 100%. Who wants to suffer? Nobody wants to suffer. But if something is a lie, it's a lie. You got to see for what it is. And it's sad that Jehovah's Witnesses, they get lost in this sales pitch. There's a paradise earth right around the corner. And for you to get there, all you have to do is obey us. Serve us. Worship us. Pay us. That's all you have to do. And meanwhile, we will keep telling you that the end is right around the corner. Next thing you know, and if you're born in witness hearing this, right? You might be in your 30s now. Before you know it, you're in your 50s, then you're in your 70s, hearing, oh, it's right around the corner. Paradise is right around the corner. You're going to keep telling yourself that. And life is going to flash you. Life is going to go by like this. Life is going to pass you before you even know it. Your life is going to be over. It's going to be over. And that's why I say it's quite dumb. It's stupid. For Jehovah's Witnesses, especially the born-ins. Especially the born-ins that are still here. The born-ins that are still in the organization. The born-ins that are still believing this nonsense. And they're 30 plus. It's like, why keep wasting your life? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why keep wasting your life to this man-made organization when you can simply do your research right here and right now? And they are even showing you, guys that this is not the truth. This is not the truth. Because Malachi 3:6 clearly says, I am God. I do not change. So if God doesn't change, why do we have all these constant doctrines? These doctrines are changing. These doctrines are shifting all the time. 1 minute you can't have facial hair, the next you can. 1 minute you have to be a baptized witness before Armageddon starts. The next minute, oh, anyone could come in at the last minute. They have all these doctrines that's changing. Malachi 3:6 says, I am God, I do not change. I do not change. So I don't understand, I don't fully comprehend how Jehovah's Witnesses are still lost in the source, how they are still in this organization, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But, yeah, I'm going to end the video on this note, guys. I'm going to end the video on this note, but I just wish Jehovah's Witnesses, instead of devoting their entire life to this organization, I wish that they could do their research. I wish that they can see that this organization is based on lies and hypocrisy. And it's sad that these witnesses, they would eat this up. They would eat all this up. Like I said, 1 minute they say one thing, the next they say something else. And I honestly believe that that's stupid. That is dumb For any devout witness that still believes in this nonsense, that is dumb for them to just have a blind eye to all this stuff. That's dumb. Because this organization, they are clearly telling you that they don't know what they're talking about. If they could say something one day and there's something the complete opposite the next day, right? That clearly tells you they are not God's channel. They don't have God's direction. But yet, like I said, witnesses, they will throw all their eggs in one basket. They will lie to themselves. They will convince themselves. And I'm saying this because I was once doing that. I once convinced myself that this was the truth. I was a born-in witness. The organization was all I ever known. I didn't know anything else before I became an actor, right? I'm talking about my mid-teens. I had to convince myself that this was the truth because this world was all I ever known. I didn't know the outside world yet. All I knew was the JW world, right? So I had to lie to myself, convince myself, because this is all I ever known. This is the truth. But I've never challenged it. And I promise you, with all these new doctrines, all this new light, when they say the light is getting better, they say the light is getting better, right? No, in reality, the Kool-Aid is getting sweeter. That's what's going on. The light's not getting brighter. The Kool-Aid is getting sweeter. They're adding more sugar to the Kool-Aid to make it more enticing, to make it more enjoyable. But it's no new light. This is light. This is light. But this is no new light. It's Kool-Aid. The witnesses are just drinking the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid is sweeter. Oh, we can make it now have beards now. Oh, we can look more appealing. Drinking the Kool-Aid. They added more sugar to the Kool-Aid, right? Oh, anyone could come in at the last minute? Oh, we don't have to go on service anymore. Now we could just check a box if we want to. Drinking the Kool-Aid. But they're drinking a lot of Kool-Aid, but they're not doing a lot of critical thinking. They're not doing a lot of critical thinking. And like I said, it's sad that no witness should ever have to wake up in the 70s or 80s with the technology that we have right here and right now, with the information that we have online, all these sites. The governing body leaders, they can scare them all they want. Oh, don't listen to apostates. Apostates are full of lies. They don't know what they're talking about. They can say that all they want. They can say all they want. But, Jehovah's Witness with common sense. With common sense, right? If I was at a Kingdom Hall and I heard a governing body leader say, oh, don't listen to former members. Don't listen to apostates. They're full of lies. They don't know what they're talking about. That would raise some serious flags to me. Because I would say to myself, what do the apostates know that we don't know? Why is it that if paradise is right around the corner, why would witnesses be leaving by the droves? If paradise is right around the corner, why would witnesses be leaving right now? Why? What do you guys want? What is it that you guys don't want us to know that they know? Why do you keep talking about the apostates? And if they're just ex-members that don't mean nothing, why are we having talks about them? Why are we having watchtowers about them? There's a reason why. It's because the governing body leaders, they are scared and they know that a lot of people in the thousands are leaving the organization. They know this. But me personally, I love it when the governing body leaders talk about the apostates. I love it because little do they know that they are indirectly planting seeds. Let's say you was married to somebody, right? Or dating somebody, whatever. And this person, they walk up to you. Oh, baby, I'm not cheating on you. You don't have to look through my phone. I'm not cheating on you. Take my word. Just trust me. Take my word. I'm not cheating on you. Don't look at my phone. If someone walked up to you that you were dating and they said that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? The first thing that comes to my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind, right? I would say, whoa. Who said you was cheating? I never said you was cheating. You just came up to me and said, oh, don't look at your phone. The first thing I'm going to want to do is look at your fucking phone. Because now you put it in out there. I wasn't even thinking about that. But if you come to me and say, hey, I'm not cheating on you, don't look at my... Now I'm going to start thinking things. So when the governing body leaders say, oh, don't listen to apostates, they're full of lies. You know how many witnesses don't even think about apostates? But when you give talks about apostates, when you have watchtowers about apostates, guess what? Guess what? Now you're bringing light to us. And now the intelligent witnesses, the people that are bound to wake up in due time, these governing body leaders, these watchtowers, they're planting seeds. They're planting seeds. Because a witness with common sense would be like, hold on. If we have the truth, we should be able to listen to any and everything. We should be able to watch anything. We should be able to listen to what the ex-JWs have to say and still come back to the conclusion that we have the truth. But the fact that they can't do that, that speaks volumes. And like I said, the people that are bound to wake up, the intelligent JWs, they are going to have seeds that are planted. And they may not wake up now, they may not wake up next month, but in due time, when the time is right, they will wake up. They will wake up. But for those that devote their entire life to the organization, when they can simply do their research, I feel sorry for them. And it's quite dumb. It's quite dumb to put all your eggs in one basket and to lie to yourself, oh, this is the truth. We know this is the truth. A Jehovah's Witness, they can never tell you that they have the truth. All their answers, like I said before, it would be emotional. They want to see the dead loved ones again. They don't want to die. They're struggling financially, mentally, emotionally. That's why they make this paradise their life. And paradise is fake. It's fake. But that's why they have to convince themselves that this is real, because they are struggling internally. They need hope. They need something better than what this life can offer, even if it's fake. But it's dumb just to trust and put all your faith in these men, these 8-9 men in upstate New York. It's dumb. It's dumb. And my heart goes out to every JW out there. I pray that eventually everyone wakes up. I pray. But for anyone that's still deeply enrooted in this, in 2024, guys gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. It's time to wake up. Guys, sorry, I said I was gonna end this video about 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna end it right here, right now. I love everybody on this planet. Jehovah's Witnesses, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, atheists, Mormons, Baptists, Buddhists, Catholics, everybody. I love everybody, right? That's how the world should be. Everybody should love everybody. Everybody should get along, respect each other's boundaries. You don't have to believe in what I believe in. I don't have to believe in what you believe in, right? But love everybody. Love everybody. Guys, I love you guys. See you on the next video. Take care.